Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. It's using the new Too Faced Romantic Eye Palette. I love this. All the colors are very pigmented. And we're going to be using these bottom 3 colors today. And then in a couple other tutorials I'll have coming up, I'll do the day and then the classic. But today I did the fashion because I love it so much. I've worn it on a couple times already. Eyeshadows are all Too Faced, but then the lip and cheek and eyeliner and stuff like that are all going to be MAC. So all the colors you need are going to be right here in this palette. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite Too Faced palette that they've come out with yet. And if you guys want to see how I did this look, just stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prime our eyes. And today I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion Eden. I'm using Eden because I don't think this look needs any more shimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eye. I'm glad I remembered to do this eye first so you guys could see this a lot easier. And just rub that in. Maybe just take your finger and get the tiniest amount you can and just go ahead and prime underneath your eyes. Okay, so I'm going to be using 4 brushes today. The first, for our highlight, I'm going to be using my MAC 227 brush, which looks like this. Then for my crease, I'm going to be using my MAC 217. Big fan of that. For under my eye, I'm going to be using my MAC 219. And for the lid color, my number came off. But this is a MAC 239, just a short shader brush. So here's the 3 colors that I'm going to be using during this tutorial. That'll be all over and highlight. That'll be lid, and this will be crease. Now, the only thing that I have to say negative about this palette is that this color, a lot of fallout. It's very hard not to get fallout when you use that brown, but it's okay. Okay, so first things first is I'm going to take my large eyeshadow brush, the 227, and just rub it in bouquet toss. Get quite a bit on. And then I'm just going to take that from eyebrow to my lid. Okay, next I'm going to take my short shader brush, my MAC 239, and get that in the honeymoon color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color from my inner corner all the way around my tear duct, up and 3/4 of the way in. I'm sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm just trying to do this left-handed. I'm going to take my MAC 219, my pencil brush, just dab it in there a little bit, get a little bit of product, and just follow around the inside of the eye. I took mine 3/4 of the way again, under my eye. He's got a huge spot right there, you see it? Okay. Alright, that's all you need to do for that. Okay, next color you're using is that Ever After color right there on the edge, right here. Get a little bit on your brush and tap off any excess. Because like I said, this does have pretty big fallout. So just be careful. I'm flipping it all over my laptop. Okay. I'm starting right above my pupil, like right here, and going in, doing it in small circles and then back and forth motions. And then filling in the outer third that hasn't been filled in yet. I'm holding my brush, if you notice, pretty far back. I'm using just the lightest hand I can and just doing the smallest little motions just to really kind of get that color on there without it being too much. You want to do this slowly because you don't want it to pack on too much and get too much color on there. Depends on what look you're going for, but I'm not looking for a very dramatic eye. So you see, I still got some fallout on there. So I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender sponge. Okay, so that looks just about good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pencil brush again and dip it in ever after. And just kind of come around that outside of the corner and just pull it in till it meets the gold. And then with your crease brush, just kind of blend it. Okay. So that's all for the eyeshadows. I'm going to use my Colossal Volume by Maybelline mascara. This is my favorite by far. I cannot compare it to anything else. And by the way, I am a firm believer that drugstore mascaras are way better than high price. I paid the high price and I didn't think they were worth it, and then you just end up throwing it out and it's just a bummer. Now, I don't need to curl my lashes. If you do, feel free to go ahead, but my lashes pretty much stay pretty curled all day by themselves. I'm going to be using Darkly My Dear from the Venomous Villains collection. It says it's a matte. It's just this really pretty sort of plummy brown color. You don't really want a coral or anything with this kind of a look because I feel like the colors would match. And I just take it and I dot it. And then for my favorite part, my eyeliner. This is the Blackline Pearl Glide, and if you can see by this end cap here, how perfect is that between these two colors? Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just take that right close to my top of my lashes and pull that across, and I'm going to do underneath as well. Then we're going to go right up under here under the waterline. And then what I did is I came in just a little bit, not all the way, because I don't want my eyes to be closed off too much. So I just came to right about the start of the color of my... Okay, and now lastly for lips. I'm going to go for a pretty nude lip. I have a pretty bold eye, so I don't like to do too much on the lips. So what I'm going to do is, I feel like I'm only using products from this collection. This is the Venomous Villains collection. This is in the Cruella de Vil one. It's called Innocence Beware. Focus. Okay, it's a really pretty nude. Now, I love this so much that I did buy a backup. I've never used it. But it's been sitting there for a long time because I think this collection came out at like the end of September. So, okay, you're just going to go ahead and put it on. Now I kind of put a little bit of my foundation on my lips so my lipstick would kind of stick to it better, but you can use a lip liner or whatever you want. As you can see, it's just a pretty nude color. You can barely tell it's on, but that's okay with me. And then for my lip gloss, I'm going to be using one from NARS. This is called Turkish Delight. And I'm not going to put any on top because I think that's almost overkill. This is the completed look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you look forward to the other two looks from the collection. I'll see you guys later. Bye.